So, hello everyone. So thank you for joining me today. And we are going to get started with our weekly intention activation session. So as usual, before we start, I like to give myself a little stretch. So if you feel like it and if you can, join me stretching the arms, the neck, maybe even cracking some of those, articulations, feeling nice and comfy. If you feel you need to stand up and shake your legs, if you've been sitting for a while, please do so. And then when you sit back down, first, let's become aware of the space that our body occupies into the bigger space that is the room that we're in. And to do that, maybe we can move slightly on our chair and feel the weight of our body on our chair, on our seat. And then allow our attention to gravitate lower down through the legs into the feet. And feel the weight of our feet on the ground. And press our feet on the ground with that intention to connect with the earth underneath. Acknowledge its presence and honor her, giving it maybe a fleeting thought, fleeting moment of thank you for allowing our human experience in this plane. And then slowly bringing our awareness, our focus back up into the body, up the legs, the torso, and stopping into the chest, in the middle of the chest, into the heart, and here connecting with the heart. And maybe that means touching the heart with your hand, or just paying a little more attention to just hear our heart beating, or maybe feel it beating inside the chest. And once you're aware of your heart, let's just imagine as if our breath is flowing in and out directly through the heart. And then one step further, let's breathe a little bit slower and deeper than we usually do, slowing down the rhythm of our breath and harmonizing its rhythm. So if you can breathe in a way that your in-breath is about the same length as your out-breath, that's ideal. And that being a little bit slower than your usual rhythm. And let's do this for another minute in silence, giving ourselves time to find the right rhythm. Rhythmic, comfortable, harmonious. Okay, and as this slow, calm, rhythmic breath is starting to harmonize our heart rhythm, and in doing so, it brings calm to our head, our brain, our mind, but also to the rest of our body. This is a good state, a neutral state to contemplate first what is our vision for our life. A reminder, reminding ourselves of what is the bigger vision for ourselves. What drives us in an ideal world? What would you want to have achieved in your lifetime? If you were projecting yourself at the end of your life, looking back, what boxes would you have liked to have ticked? And maybe you're very clear with what is your vision. Maybe you're not, and if you're not, it's okay. Just notice so that maybe you can start doing more contemplation about that. Maybe it's not 100% clear, and it's okay too. And maybe it's easier to consider what's your vision for the next few years, or your vision for just this year. Whatever it is, whichever helps you to get a sense of a general direction that you're wanting your life to be in motion towards. And maybe it's something super specific. You know exactly what goals, what results are driving you. And maybe it's more subtle. Maybe it's just the energy of that is your vision, that is driving you. And it's okay too. Okay, and now that we are reminding ourselves of the trajectory that we want, let's contemplate the trajectory that we have been on, the trajectory that we have created so far. And since we are just at the end, at a transition between first and second quarter, let's just maybe reflect a little bit further back than just the week today. And so in the last 3 months, since the beginning of the year, getting a sense of what trajectory these first 3 months have started to draw. If the next quarter was a replica of the first one, would that be in alignment with that vision that we have further into the future? Is this congruent? And maybe it is, maybe we've put everything in place already. To keep walking towards our bigger goals and vision. And sometimes life happens, and maybe it's not quite as aligned. So if your contemplation about the past makes you doubt that if you keep going in the same manner, you would contribute to your bigger vision, then just take note, don't judge it, and welcome this information. Welcome it as just information that there is some corrections to occur. It's okay. And maybe now let's imagine that this next quarter is perfectly either maintaining the trajectory that we are on because it's already good, or it's surely course correcting efficiently to bring us back in alignment with our vision. What could be happening? What would be the best possible scenarios, the best possible outcomes, the best possible stories that could happen in the next 3 months to bring you back on track with your vision? And here I'm inviting you to be creative and imaginative. Don't limit yourselves by your patterns of thinking. It doesn't need to be realistic. Don't try to imagine what is likely to happen, but instead imagine what you would want to see happen. Detach yourself from any limitations. Imagine these steps that you need to take, working even better than you could imagine. And here we know that there are things that are in our awareness that we're conscious of. So all of those you can imagine the goals that you have, imagining them being realized. But there are many other things that are beyond our current consciousness, many potentialities that are not manifested yet. So I'm inviting you also to be open for even more or even better to happen that you are currently able to imagine. What if there was people you hadn't met yet that were going to support you? What if there were ideas you haven't had yet that were going to illuminate your mind? What if there were opportunities that were to open that you hadn't conceived yet? And now, as you're dwelling into this imagination of possibilities, I'm going to invite you to become aware of how that makes you feel. Imagining this future in its best possible outcomes. What feelings are bubbling up to the surface for you? Whether they're alongside along the theme of passion and exhilaration, or more calm ones like serenity or tranquility. Whichever feelings are getting stronger and stronger within you, just welcome them. And I would love to invite you to imagine as if these feelings build up inside of you, and now you are radiating them out through your heart, as if they're flowing out from your heart with every out breath. And every in breath that you take, imagine these feelings circling back into you through your heart. So the stronger you feel them, the stronger they radiate out, but the stronger they're coming back to you as well. You're initiating a ripple effect. These are the feelings that you feel when you imagine yourself in that positive future that is aligned with your vision. So these feelings that you're radiating out into the field are seeding the future for you with these feelings that are aligned aligned with your intentions. And as you keep breathing in and out, let's imagine as we're radiating out these feelings into the field in front of us. Let's imagine as if this is creating a portal. Through our hearts, we're creating a portal into time and space. We're opening up a connection with the future. We are seeding the future with the feelings that are aligned with our attention, with our intentions. In a way, creating a path into the future aligned with our vision. And if you feel like it, I'm going to invite you to imagine as if you're walking into that portal. You're walking on the path that you are creating yourself, for yourself. And now that you've walked through the portal, maybe in your mind's eyes, just going to invite us to soak in for a moment the information from that future that we're creating. Allowing ourselves to be soaked in this sea of information, as if we are programming ourselves for that path, best possible scenarios, best possible path towards our vision. Right now, knowing that we are connecting with the field of infinite possibilities, and through this field, we're connecting with all of the opportunities, all of the ideas, all of the other souls out there that can contribute, that will contribute to our path. We are creating synchronicities, Okay, I'm going to invite us to just take another 3 deep breaths, bringing in this air filled with this information and opportunities for our path. Imagine as if you're soaking it in with each breath. And now I'm gonna invite you to slowly bring yourselves back, knowing that you have connected with all of the information that is out there in the field to build your path, and starting to move gently again. Keep your eyes closed for now, wiggling the toes and tapping the feet on the ground, maybe shaking the legs, moving the legs, and rubbing the hands together and touching your face, your head, your neck, and having your hands go down your shoulders and your arms, squeezing your arms as if giving yourself a little hug. And keep moving along your body, touching your body, squeezing your legs all the way down to your feet, touching your feet, even touching the ground if you can. And so that we are feeling the boundaries of our body again, bringing ourselves into the here and now. And when you're ready, maybe give yourself another stretch. It surely feels like it. And opening your eyes when you're ready. Whew. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And see you next week.